Hello, everybody. It's Thursday. Thank you for being here with us. And it's time for our talk, our conversation here. So, thank you for everything you have done. Thank you for your time. And today we're going to talk about message number 50 on the book Living Spring. And the message title is Let Us Go Forward. Let us go forward. So it's good because we're talking about the beginning of the year. So we need to make things going forward. We need to make things, it's a new year, even though we have old problems. And now it's a mix of old problems with the new problems, but we need to go forward. The aim here is always keep going forward. Okay, that's our aim here. That's our objective. So before we start, before we start, I'd like to do the initial prayer. And I would like to ask everyone to raise up your thoughts. Let's connect ourselves with our mentors, with the mentors of this group, asking them to enlighten ourselves, to guide us in allowing that this message reach out to our friends, whatever they are, whenever they need. So be it. Amen. Okay. I see here some people are joining, so welcome everyone. And it's time to start. Let's start. So, let us go forward. And the text opens with the following passage from the Bible. Brothers, as for me, I do not consider myself as having already reached perfection. But one thing I do, I have forgotten the things I left behind, and I go forward to those that lie ahead. This message is from Paul. It's in Philippians 3:13 and 14. This is very important because Paul has all the skill set to say it. If you don't know, allow me to talk about a little bit of very very brief the story here. So Paul of Tarsus used to be in the Israel. His name was oh gosh, Paul of Tarsus. Let me check here. Wow, I'm blanking my. So this means so, and he was a he was one of the guys, one of the, we cannot say priests. He was one of the people in the religious sphere to become an important figure. And he used to, like any other people from that time, he stand by the law of Moses, and he was hearing uh, people saying about the messages given by Jesus. Jesus was already passed away, but he was aware that some followers of Jesus, Peter, Stephen, all these, they were very active, you know, but as such didn't bother him. So he will kind of like make a poker face, like not there. Until a moment he has a kind of an argue and uh, with Stephen, and Stephen showed a lot of knowledge, a lot of humbleness, and kind of didn't he did Stephen didn't bow not in a meaning of recognizing him as a superior. No, he was discussing like for equal to equal. He was discussing this friendly, but Saul didn't take it like this, and he started to persecute Stephen and all the other Christians. At the time, they didn't call Christians, but all the other Christians. And at the end of the story, he decided he Saul used to have a girlfriend, and this girlfriend was like adopted by a family, and she lost her dad, and her brother was away. She didn't she didn't hear from him for a while, years. And so promised, "Oh, I will find your brother, and let's get married." So in that day in which he will become uh, not a higher priest, but a well advisor, a well recognized person. He invites her to come because in that day, uh, Saul will judge Stephen, and at the end, Stephen was stoned. And at the moment when they were nearly finishing, her girlfriend arrived and she saw that Stephen was her brother. And even though after being stoned, Stephen said to Abigail, which is her sister and Saul's girlfriend, that Saul it's a good man and they should get married. They have his approval, and the only thing the reasons happened what he was stoned is because Saul didn't know the truth, and this go pass by. Um, and as I will stop saying the story because that's not the point here. Many events will arise in order to allow Saul to think about his actions, to think about what he has done, because Abigail at the end dies, and he was kind of lost. And the point here is in order to move forward, in order when we have the that episode when Saul met Jesus at the gate of at the Damascus gate, uh, he made a kind of process. He didn't say, "Oh, call me now, Paul." No, this was a kind of process. Like years and years of change, years and years of self evaluations, fights with himself, until the moment he accepts, he said, "No, now call me Paul." And in order to become Paul, uh, it's important to say he didn't say, even though when he fall off the horse and he met Jesus and Jesus said what you need to do, and Jesus had to follow him. He didn't say, "Oh, I I have done this, I have done that. What I need to do to follow you, just follow." So he have what he has done is there. Nobody can erase, nobody can delete that. It's there. In the past, what you have done. You can be ashamed of what you have done. But the only way possible here is to move forward. Trying to forgive others, try to forgive those who persecute you, try to show the change, and others who were pointing the fingers to you now you recognize, wow, he has changed. This is a different person. Perhaps I was wrong, or perhaps he understood all the lessons, all the what he needs to know. So that's what Paul and did here. He said, "Okay, what is done is done. I cannot change, but everything what happened in the past helped to build the person I am today. And today, I want to move forward. Today, I'm forgiving those who offended me. Today, I am looking after my brothers and sisters. Today, I'm practicing charity in all its way, in financially, in morally, all its way. He's spreading the Jesus words. Because remember, the time they didn't have car, bus, just horse and sandals, and he kind of walked from Jerusalem to Greece, and then he even went to Spain by foot, by foot, having the opportunity to every village, every city he encounters on the way to spread the word about Jesus, always forming a Christian community there. So Paul has everything to say. Follow me as an example in order to move forward. Forget the past. Doesn't matter what you have done, but use those mistakes to make you a better person today. Okay, so now start to read. Let's read the message. On the Christian pathway, we are always meeting large number of brothers and sisters who are lingering in the shadow of unproductivity, declaring themselves victims of spiritual setbacks. It's always those who are, oh, self pity person. Oh, I can't do it. Oh, I wish, but. Oh, I tried so many times. Oh, it's always, oh, no? It is someone who is weeping from having lost a loved one that was called to the transformation of the grave. It is a worker who has been hurt by the misunderstanding of a friend. It is the missionary who has stopped because of slander. It is the one who regrets the desertion of a partner in the good cause. It is the worker of the good who complains endlessly about having been abandoned by his spouse because she could not understand his loving dedication. So it's always understanding the situation. Oh, that person did this because of this. That person did that because of that. I behave like this because this is the reasons. I'm not saying justifying, because when you do a bad thing, I know there is no excuse, but when you do a bad thing, sometimes you're thinking you're doing the best thing for that person. And at the end, you did not you didn't do a good job. How the person this used to help to become a better person, like Paul did, or use this to emerge in a kind of a pool, jump in a pool, full of self pity, selfness, selfness, pride, ego, thinking you are the least person in the world, like putting you down. So this is one of the situation we need to overcome, because we always gonna be there. I was there. Sometimes I fall in that trap, and I think you will sometimes fall in that trap as well. So it is the wife who is constantly grumbling about how much her family misunderstands her. It is the idealist who waits for a material fortune to begin the, the work he or she has been called to, to do. It is the person who is waiting for a well paying job before devoting him or herself to good works. It is the person who feels scandalized by other people's fault, thus freezing his or her ability to serve. It is the person who deplores a wrong she or he committed, wasting the blessing of time on destructive remote. The past may be filled with the virtues of experience, but I am not always the best conductor of life for the future. It is essential to guard the heart against all the numbing coverings that often enshroud our soul. Contr- Contrition, longing, hope, and scruples are sacred, but they should not constitute obstacles to keep our spirit from accessing the higher realms. How we access the higher realms? Through prayer, through connection with God, through self dedication to God in a moment of prayer. I'm not saying those memorized prayers, I'm saying a conversation, you and him, you and her, or if you prefer, you and it. But it is a moment between two of you. Paul of Tarsus, who had been familiar with the terrible aspects of human struggle deep within his own heart, reached the highest of Christ's apostles, and he offers us the same house, the same route that offers us the sure route to spiritual growth. Let us forget all the bad experiences of yesterday and let us go forward towards the days of enlightenment that await us. So let us forget all the bad experiences of yesterday and let us forward, let us go forward towards the days of enlightenment that await us. So let's keep hope in the future. Let's keep hope in ourselves. Let's keep hope in your brothers and sisters, those who are surrounding us. Let's give hope in them. Otherwise, what's gonna happen to us? Otherwise, what's gonna uh, 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 be of our future? I will reincarnate, so I don't know which age I'm gonna die. My body gonna die, but let's assume my body will die, and I will return. And I want you to return to a better world. I want you to return in a more constructive world in which things are more well discussed, things are going very fast, but we need to to be able to track those changes, to get our memory up. We need to understand why. And even though when we don't have the tools or all the necessary informations to understand why, we need to get closed, very close to the truth. Perhaps try to find the book where it is coming from, try to read the chapter. So there is a lot to do. But first, we need to give the first step. And it is up to us to decide which is this first step and when I'm gonna start to having this first step. Okay? Okay? So moving forward is not denying what happened. Moving forward is accept what happened in the past and take actions to fix this now in order to have a future. It's like a boss. How many times, I don't know what you are working for or what is your position, but when you asked to uh, to um, what am I gonna say? When you ask to be part, a lot of things happen. So when you say something, if you have experience, you know how to deal with. If you don't have experience, mayhaps you're gonna hurt someone. You're gonna say things is not nice. Could be avoidable, but we need to try. Okay, okay. So moving forward, it is accepting what happened to you, but put this in one side of your history, and today starts to become a better person. Today, changing this game, it is most important. Okay, my friends, I hope you understood the message, today's message. I'll be back next week on Tuesday, probably, and Wednesday and Thursday. No, so Tuesday we have be here with the messages. Wednesday we do have Tuesday the message, the healing. Wednesday the course, and Thursday the people over. Um, People we're trying to make on Thursday. Yes, I remember this. That's what I'm thinking, because we used to have like the spirits book study, and I will try to regain this. It's kind of a little difficult for me, but I will try because workload, all these things. I will try. Thank you, Danny, for being here, my friend. Happy New Year to you. Thank you, Danny. And let's see. Okay. So Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. On Sunday, we do have our uh, talk, special talk. This Sunday, it's online, and we will start our face-to-face meetings on the January 15th. January 15th. Okay. Also on the following Sunday, January 22nd, we will have a special guest, um, Eliane, Lindomar Eliane, and they will come here to do a talk for us. Okay? And shortly, we will give more details about it. But meanwhile, thank you very much for your time. Let's do the final prayer. I want to say thank you to our mentors. Thank you for mentors of the group for sharing, to giving us this moment. Allow us to recognize our mistakes and move forward. And most important, not doing the same mistakes again. May we have a wonderful rest of the week. So be it. Amen. Okay, my friends. Thank you very much. Thank you for your time. I'll see you next week. Thank you. Bye bye.